Welcome back to Profiles in Caring as we continue our story now on one Ugandan woman, Asayo, and her wish to help the children of her homeland. Here again, Doug Jardine.
It wasn't safe to stay in the village, so when my family left, they left the land and everything that they owned was either taken or that just kind of fell apart.
It has been 25 years since Asayo walked this land. So much has changed. War, continuous war, soldiers taking whatever they want, raping and pillaging, not caring for anything or anyone.
This was the main house.
Sarah's family fled Uganda to survive, and this is an emotional homecoming to the place of so many childhood memories. So we're going into the main part
Yeah,
of the
we're
house.
going to go into the main part of the house. Yeah, this was the house. This was one of the bedrooms. You know.
This is probably a pretty nice house in its time.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was all finished. I mean, it was a good.
I mean, it's not like any of the grass huts you see.
No.
It's finished. It's adobe'd.
Yeah, it's good. It had all cement inside.
All cemented, yeah.
Yeah, cemented. It looked good back then. This was my grandmother's bedroom. I remember walking in here and there's a bed right there, you know.
How old were you?
Gosh, I was probably 8 or 9.
And you probably remember this just exactly
Yeah,
how it was.
Yeah, I remember this.
Bed, a little rug or something.
Yeah, a bed. She had like a huge kind of a suitcase. I don't know what you call it. Here it's called sanduku. They keep all their precious stuff in there. This used to be beautiful. I mean, it was all landscape. My grandfather died in 91, so it's been a while.
Dying's not something scary.
Yeah,
it's just
not
keeping
scary.
the family together.
He's keeping the family together, yes. So that's why the graves is right there.
When your mother passes, will she come back here?
Yes, she'll be...
To be buried on this same land?
Yes.
And you?
Probably yes. Yes. You know, I'll be here somewhere too.
And Asayo wanted to make this trip for another reason, to bring her own son, who had only heard of his mother's homeland but never been here. In preparation for the trip, Taylor put a jar in his school for donations.
It said, please donate to the Asayo's Wish Foundation.
With donations in hand and the realization that his mother was taking on a monumental task, Taylor came to Kaberamaido, saw what he thought the orphans needed, and made purchases with money donated by friends back home.
I realized that they didn't have very much things to do, so I thought I'd give them a lot of things to do, like buy them toys and everything.
Soccer balls?
I bought them some soccer balls.
And finally, with that very special money, Taylor bought what the orphans need the most, food. You see that goat behind him? Taylor bought it for the kids, and when he did, he found another special surprise.
That pregnant goat that you see back there. And they might be able to use it as a source of milk.
Every time the farmer tries to put a home in here, civil war breaks out, and it stops everything.
Although the family left the land to flee the encroaching war, Sarah's grandmother still does own it and will donate 10 to 15 of these 50 acres here to a new orphanage and to the Asayo's Wish Foundation. That will happen in the future, but Sarah's goal right now is the basics: food, clothing, and education. She and her organization are helping about 150 children, but there are hundreds more who need their assistance. And the stories will break your heart, like that of the brothers Joseph and Emmanuel. Joseph was 4 when he got sick and was paralyzed. He is 12 now. Emmanuel is 4, they think. And the two are inseparable because they have to be. You see, Joseph can't get anywhere unless his younger brother helps him. What might remind you of the wheelbarrow game you played as a child is not a game here. It is life. Photojournalist Shauna Scott caught the amazing tie between the two as they walked to school. was an unbelievable sight. The love and dedication of these two brothers, abandoned after their father was killed in the war, and their mother simply decided not to care for them. Every child in the ASEyo's Wish orphanage has a heartbreaking story. Sarah accepts as many as she can, like little Agnes, who put on her prettiest dress to talk with me. Her parents were killed in the war as well. A cousin cared for her as long as possible and then brought her here. Hospital tests showed what makes you sit back and say, "Are you kidding me?" Little Agnes not only had 3 types of untreated malaria, she also has syphilis. Paralyzed in one leg, she cannot move by herself, and there are 2 other orphan girls who help her wherever she needs to go. Because Agnes cannot get to school tomorrow morning, just like each morning, as pencils and notebooks are handed out, Agnes will sit alongside the outside wall of her dorm here and watch the other kids leave. But she is alive and now is receiving treatment, and that is treatment she would have never had without the caring and love of the ASEyo's Wish Foundation.
Look inside yourself and tell me what you think about when you look into any one of the 150 kids' eyes that you have in that orphanage. What goes through your mind?
The amazing thing, first of all, is the hope that you see in each of those eyes. They've seen hell, they've gone through hell. And it's amazing, in only 2 or 3 weeks that they've been there, well, it's longer, they've been there some time now, but within the 3 weeks that each one of them first stayed there, you could see a child blossoming. You could find she's beginning to be herself, and it's amazing, it's exciting. So when I see in each of those child, you see hope. And that's a major thing, major breakthrough. Go outside the orphanage and see other orphans, and you'll see the difference. Despair, and they've surrendered to fate. They just take it on a daily basis. But you go to the orphanage, and there's a big difference.
When Profiles in Caring continues, new land for a new orphanage, and Sarah talks about the pride she feels in being an African.